not the leaders, the coordinators for the much anticipated march, which is going to take place on the 3rd of August, whereby we've got the majority of unemployed Zimbabweans, skilled, non-skilled, graduates, PhD holders, everyone who's not employed, but who feels that the government of the day owes him a job, will come and we march from the Copacabana area to Parliament, where we do expect to meet the president, for him not to address us, but for us to address him and offer solutions, which us as Zimbabweans are saying we are going to implement. So for this press conference, it's a coalition, the Zimbabwe Coalition for Unemployed Graduates, the 10 graduates encompassing everyone from a grade 7 graduate, O-level graduate, A-level, first grad, PhD, whatever you are a graduate in your own right, and the working economy should provide a job for you. So we are the coordinators of those programs, and the gentlemen by my side will introduce themselves, and we have the press statement read.
I'm Samuel Meso. I'm part of the Zimbabwe Coalition of Unemployed Graduates.
I'm Awad Madiga, part and parcel of the coordinators.
And I'm Anesu Shimurai, also unemployed.
Revolutionary greetings to you all, fellow academians. It is with grave disdain that we wake up to yet another day of injustice in Zimbabwe. So as ordinary men and women are at the behest of violation of their political and human rights at the heads of the public institutions, we wake up yet to another day where Linda Masarira is under unconstitutional detention at the Zimbabwean hellhole called Kurubi. We would like to make it clear that Linda Masarira committed no crime, but has been in prison for just over a month. Solidarity is the key, but is insufficient. We need an audible action from all right-thinking Zimbabweans to have Linda out of the jail today, because tomorrow is just one day or two. While this injustice continues, we are equally orchestrating a response to the unjust, inhuman, and vampirized state of the nation, particularly for us, the unemployed youth of Zimbabwe, to demand our 2 million jobs, 2 million dreams, our 2 million futures from the government of the day. As the skilled and active element of the society, it is incumbent upon us to take a decisive step within the republic, which will pave an emancipation path in Zimbabwe. We have selected the 3 August, a D-Day, final push in an unemployment demonstration, where all unemployed and those taking care of the unemployed throughout Zimbabwe will go into street in a peaceful protest. I repeat, in a peaceful protest against poor service delivery and nurturing of the election lies. This movement is a landmark route. We have started to trade in an uncharted road, and the best way to trade this road is to do it together. There has been a sharp contrast in public opinion on the true owners of the August movement, and I say this is not necessary. The most important thing, are we fighting the same enemy? Are we there for a same, do we have the same vision? Are we fighting for the same goals? So the owners of this movement are those people who are unemployed graduates. We should run away from being the fantastic who care still about glory while we live in those momentous times. Let us come and support the cause. Let us be governed by an objective and work together in a complementary manner. To all successful pressure groups and activists, now is the time to start creating synergies for a more collected future. Let us twin the struggle for the unemployment to that of the rest of the country. Let us twin the struggle of the students to that of youth and parents alike. The police have been trying to distract us by sending us on a wild goes chase through office after office. However, the coordinators will preserve and deliver the clearance. To those unfortunate unemployed who have joined and masquerading as state agents and fanning fear within the movement, shame, shame, and I say shame. You can never and never succeed in arresting this idea. Let us come together on August 3 and create a future for ourselves and our children, a future we will all love. press statement ends.
Okay. I would like to start by quoting one Dambudzo Marichira, who most thought was a madman, but he was not. He says that in one of his essays, he allowed me to shave the pubic hairs of his concubines because he thought I was castrated. Now that he knows I'm not, he wants to kill me. Our leaders have allowed us to shave the pubic hairs of their harems. They thought we were castrated, they thought we were eunuchs. But in reality, we've just been respecting them. We've been silent because we respect them. But now that they know we are not timid and we are not afraid, now that on July 6th, the nation came to a standstill when there was a shutdown, they should accord us the respect that we deserve. So at this moment, when we are calling on the president to come and listen to us, we expect him to respect us just the way he's doing the war veterans today. He had to call for an emergency meeting. So I don't think it takes anyone from us to see that we also accordingly need the respect. We are not part of any ZANU-PF structures or any political party, but as concerned citizens, when we call upon our president to come and hear us, he should heed us. So this is a message we are sending out clearly. And at this point in time, since I'm concerning more on the president, we are not attacking him or what, but it shows that we are not afraid of anyone else. We respect the president. So I'll quote the Constitution. This is the section where it states the duties of the president. The president must promote peace for benefit of all, recognize and respect the ideals and values of the liberation struggle. On that point now, I'll then quote the president himself in 1979. This was the time when they were still fighting the liberation struggle. So if he says that he should promote and respect the ideals of the liberation struggle, this is President Mugabe in 1979. In a society where you have a class whose main purpose and accepted privilege is to exploit others, you naturally get revolt. With the majority of the people being oppressed, being exploited, you can't avoid if you have any moral principles. That's him. You can't avoid if you have any moral principles at all to heed the call and to do something about it. Those are the words of our honorable president. He goes on to say, you cannot fight these grievances by pleading for their ratification. You can only do so by getting to the root cause of the problem, and that problem is power. But as unemployed citizens of Zimbabwe, we've identified the root cause of our problem, the root cause of unemployment. And we have stipulated, if we've written it down, we have come up, we know the points, we know it's corruption, we know it's policy inconsistency, we know a lot of other things as people have been saying, but we've come up with solutions. Solutions which are not party biased. Solutions whereby we are not afraid, we are hitting for the jugular. And we are going to tell the president who should be arrested and what should be done with their properties that they gained illegal. So on this day in question, we are not letting anything back, and we are not attacking anyone. With all due respect to our president, we've got the best chair that we've already found for him. He's going to be comfortable sitting as he listens to us, telling him what we want to be done. Also, it's not an easy thing for us to come here and stand in front of you. We are no longer living comfortably. But I also quote another person during the Liberation War. This is Edson Zobo. He says, this was in response to whether the new Zimbabwe will have scared people. We do not want to create a social legal order in the country in which people are petrified to going to bed having barricaded doors and windows because someone belonging to the special branch of the police will break in their houses. That's what you've been fighting for. So in this day and time whereby I'm afraid to address and say this is what I want in my nation, it clearly shows that they've lost track of what they fought for. And we're just reminding them, Mr. President, as the Constitution stipulates, can you go back and implement those things? With all due respect, we are not calling for anyone to resign. We are calling for the upholdment of the Constitution. It also says, Section C on all duties of the President, ensure protection of human rights, freedom of rule of law. And as you are saying, we've seen the travesty whereby human rights are trampled. And we are calling on the president. We're not calling on anyone else, on Chihuru or anyone else. No. We're calling on the man himself. Mr. President, can you come and hear us as we give you solutions on how to do these things? As we offer to implement them, not on a partisan basis, but as unemployed Zimbabweans. Also, the last part on the duties of the president, respect the diversity of people and communities of Zimbabwe. This is whereby he has to respect, even if I say something that he disagrees with. I don't expect to wake up one morning and be told that I'm now stateless. I've been churned out and told to go wherever people are begging me. I'm a Zimbabwean to the bone, so were my parents. There's nowhere else I'm going. So expect the president to actually tell Mawarire to come back because Zimbabwe is safe. There's no one else who can reassure him that, because it was the president who said that he should leave the country. So we are saying right now, I might be scared, and as I'm saying this, you can hear my voice is stuttering. It shows that the avenue we are taking is a dangerous one. But we have faith in the constitution, we have faith in the people of Zimbabwe. We are not saying for anyone to resign or what, we just want to implement solutions. Zimbabweans, they shut down the country and nothing changed. And this time around, we realize they've got our attention. Now we want to tell them how it's supposed to be run. This is for the current government and all future governments. And people should know it. When your people call it, you are accountable to them. You should come back to them. Obviously, they say power is with the people. Let us see it. Doesn't power have, but do the people indeed have power? So we're going to give you a copy of the letter that we posted to the president's office. We could not submit it in person. These are some of the things that are wrong with our society, whereby we are afraid to just submit to an office. So to post it where we are inviting our president to come and listen to us, not to come in that dress, but to come and listen to us as we offer solutions to what the country is going through. And we know that he's going to attend, because he said it himself, when the people call me, I'll come. So on this day in person, we'll be expecting to meet our honorable president. We are going to march from Copacabana to Parliament. The march is just to show that, along the way, people should know what we are doing. It's a peaceful demonstration. We're just marching. And you know that there's so many solidarity marches. It's time that he also hears the other side of the people, what they are saying, and maybe he can rectify it.
We want to assure the rest of the citizens that this march is not about graduates alone. It's about the people of Zimbabwe. You are included in this march. What you are saying is that wherever you are always meeting and greeting unemployed graduates, unemployed citizens. It touches everyone. The state in our country, the economy itself is in a state of animated suspension. After all, we're having very serious inconsistency from some ministers talking about indigenization. That ministry has long been abused. Kaskwere came with his own policy. After that, Nema came and introduced a new strategy. Now we have got Joao, who introduced a completely new strategy, which he termed, yes, youth empowerment strategy. But as I see it, it's just a looting club for the elite. Our government system has become an oligarchy where a very few will only access state resources. State resources are being used for partisan politics. Recently, we are hearing of states being given to ZPF youth only to offer solidarity to the president. For what, when the president was voted by the people? There is no need for any solidarity. What is needed is for the president and his government to look at the current situation and address. We want policies that are people-driven, policies that come from the people, so that when they fail, we say, no, the people of Zimbabwe have failed. Right now, they have created a lot of policies. That's why we are saying they have failed. We're not included in those policies. And we are not happy at all. We shall not actually maintain catacomb silence as they continue to behave in such a manner. We are saying we are more than ready to face this devil. A devil is a government of the people which has turned against the people. Is a government which is practicing massive thievery and actually bent on threatening the people to say you should stay out of Zimbabwe just because you have voiced out. We are truly against this kind of toxic patronage, be it bigotry. In such an approach, we are saying no, we are now having the least qualified leading us. What we are saying is that they should come and listen to the people. If they know very well that they were voted in by the people, then they should pay respect and listen to what we want. Because looking at the current situation, the universities are churning out more than 10,000 graduates every year. And where are they going? We are suffering brain drain. The best of our people are going to be employed outside developing countries like South Africa. What about our dear Zimbabwe? Only for the reason of patrimonialism. That is totally wrong. We are saying no, and it's enough. It's now time we call a spade by the name. And looking at corruption, we should name and shame. We are not there to just provide solutions, because we know very well all institutions are now having a very serious corruption. Corruption has been institutionalized. Where are those? What happened? Nothing. They are walking scot-free. And we who are preaching peace in our country, who are voicing out on constitutionalism, we are busy looking for hideouts. We need to hide because there is some overzealous state security agents who are hunting us. The securocratic regions of the country should realize that there is need for professionalism. Of course, we understand they form part of the political infrastructure and superstructure, but why not respecting the rule of law? Injustice is now rife in our own country, 36 years after independence. Surely this is wrong, and we cannot maintain silence over such a behavior.
We will open the floor for any questions that you might have. Yes.
From your presentation, have the police cleared your demonstration?
We submitted our application and our notification, actually, not an application, our notification on the 19th of July, which is well within the stipulated 7 working days. And so today we went to get a feedback. And to our surprise, we're told that the office that is responsible for that is not in. They've attended a party-sanctioned activity at the ZANU-PF headquarters. One of the things which are saying should not be allowed. When a party-sanctioned activity occurs, it should not interrupt the happenings of the state. So we'll be going back tomorrow. Hopefully we'll find those responsible in office. But the last time we spoke to them, they said it's okay. You can go on with your preparations. And the moment they give us the clearance, we'll give it to you guys for dissemination of information as well. But everything right now is in order.
So in the process, in the event that the police does not clear you, what move are you going to take?
It being a peaceful demonstration and in accordance with the country's constitution. At this point in time, I'm quoting the constitution because it is the supreme law. We have no other option but to go to the courts.
And also the other thing that we noticed when we went to the police is that we submitted our letter prior before the ZANU-PF youth demonstration, of which they only did it 2 days after, that is their submission. But to our surprise, they got clearance within 24 hours. And that's one of the things that we then require the Republic Police of Zimbabwe to then answer to us as the citizens of Zimbabwe, whether they are serving a party or they are there to serve the citizens of Zimbabwe as well and at large. And also the other things that you encounter is that when you then go to the Republic Police, one of the things that you face when you go with these letters is that you face intimidations. And then you tend to wonder if that's the same type of treatment that they give to ZANU-PF party holding memberships, which is what we're fighting against as a nation, whereby we're saying that enough is enough. When it comes to the laws of this country, it doesn't matter whether you're ZANU-PF, whether you're PPDF, whether you are this movement or whatsoever. It then comes down to us being citizens of this nation and us upholding the Constitution of Zimbabwe, which is what we're fighting for as the unemployed graduates of Zimbabwe.
I can see from the letter that is submitted to the government that there is no address or phone number or contact. How do you think they will give audience to it? How can they meet you? Where are you going to make the appointment?
As you see on the ref, it's written, it's an alteration that we then made. It's written on the 3rd of August 2016 at the Parliament of Zimbabwe at 1200 hours. The reason why there are no specific contacts, address or whatsoever, this is because this is a citizen movement. And with this being a citizen movement, what we're saying is that all citizens are going to be gathered together, graduates, unemployed graduates. Parents are also going to be there because they are the ones who take care of the fees. They are going to march to the parliament. We're